Good morning, good afternoon, another beautiful day. If you ain't smiling, you wildin'. What's up, y'all? It's crazy because I've did videos all the way up to April 11th, which I love now. It's because y'all kind of see my journey not through the lens of every day, but the lens of what I go through. It is currently March 20th, probably 21st, no, 20th. And I haven't been reading. I've been getting up early. Um, and early, I've still been getting up around like 6 or 7, but early to me is like around like 4. That's my comfortable, that's where I'm supposed to be to make sure I'm here mentally type of thing. And man, you know what? Crazy thing about life, man. Like, you have to be really okay with making mistakes. Like, mistakes has to be. You're not gonna be perfect, you know. I know a lot of people try to come on here and say this is that, this and that, but it's really every day working on yourself, 24/7 job, like every day, and it's up to not only yourself but the people around you to make sure that you keep your head on straight. I'm learning about even posting certain videos on here and who I want to portray or who I want to, because everything is ego based or higher self based, and even then that's an ego based, because what do we really know, you know? Like, why are we trying to be this, good or bad type of person? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all an ego. It's like if I come on here and I have a preacher's outfit and I'm saying, you do this and you do that, and if you do that, you're wrong. And, man, life is crazy because we just don't know until we're off this earth, Everybody, I try to be optimistic about everything, and I always say, like, bro, this sun is crazy here because, like, I just got out the shower. My face is very dehydrated. Maybe that's why. I feel like I need some, definitely moisture, but I feel like I need some suntan lotion. Trying to keep licking my lips because my lips is dry. I need to go to the store and buy some grease or something, because my head feel like it's burning. But as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. That's why I don't like interrupting myself. Yeah. So So I try to be optimistic. With that being said, I think death is beautiful. Why I think death is beautiful? Because everybody has to go through it. Whether you believe in heaven or hell, whether you believe we see nothing, whether you believe in reincarnation, it doesn't matter until we, get off this earth, and me sleeping in this past, I haven't been sleeping in every day. I still been on my stuff. Like, I'm still in shape. I haven't got out of shape. Thank God I'm not fighting. It might be in a later day, or I might not be fighting at all. Who knows? Like I told y'all before, that the only reason why I thought about getting in shape or even thought about fighting, because universe, God, Allah, whoever believe in something in my head told me, hey, you have to be able to be clear mentally, because whatever's about to go on, you're gonna have to be strong, physically, mentally, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it told me. So I got myself back in shape, and y'all know that my car is running now, which is amazing. And ever since I got my car running, when I say my ego has been trying to take off, That's why I've been wanting to say it in this video. That's why I always just keep rolling. My ego has been trying to take off. And I learned, man, like, I'm gonna have waves in a minute, right? But if I go against the grain, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. Like, no matter how many tries to go, I try to go this way against the grain with my hair, I'm never gonna have waves. And I realized that, man. Like, your ego will want you to relax, chill out. Your ego will want you to relax, chill out, and necessarily, he want his dopamines. You know, he want sex. He want candy, junk food, stuff that releases dopamines. You know, even the internet. You know, you'll realize you will be on the internet for 10 seconds. 10 seconds turn to 2 hours. Like, what the heck just happened? So with that being said, it's like you do have to have a yin and yang, right? In my opinion. But your ego is always going to necessarily be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a man, you know? I feel like men have to make sure every step that we do, at least 90%, has to be with a purpose of what is the next step. You know, I have goals, and my ego is like, man, fuck them goals. Fuck them goals. And that's really going against the grain. If I, from not only 2.5 months, stayed in a situation where I was dormanting, wasn't able to move my car, and I really went off faith. I don't know where them 2 restaurants came in. They paid me money. I was able to see my family, and I was able to, have my truck being mobile again. So with that being said, it's like, if you know that, if you're, I think everything you have to run off some type of energy. I have faith right here, and I think you have to be careful what you put on your body. Have the yin and yang here, because now it seems like that's what I have to run off. The energy I have to run off. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I understand if I allow my ego to make my choices, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. Now, my ego can make me a lot of money as far as personality, him being some type of character, who he thinks he is. But it's never going to work far as me every day in life, because my ego had me over here fat. My ego is not gonna, realize, hey, every day you're doing this to get to your goals, but also take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Your family doesn't mean your sister, your brother. It could be the people a part of your team that wants to see you do great. My sister she asked me to, I gave her my last like $7. She ended up giving me $40 out of nowhere. And the next day was her birthday. And I just it made me realize even more, like, every day, like, you have to make sure, even when you're making mistakes, you have to make sure you come back, understand it has nothing to do about you. Nothing, Your ego have you out here doing so many stupid things, And, I mean, I just appreciate everyday life. And, just to be able to come over and share my experience with y'all, and just continue to share my experience with y'all, because anything we do, I don't care if it's working at McDonald's, I don't care if it's trying to be the CEO of a company, being a better dad, being a better mom, Backpack Kids, continue to be free in the mind, continue to be rich and wealthy in the mind, because everything comes to us. We don't chase it, we attract it. And that's the name of the game. We don't chase, we attract, man. I love y'all, man. It's another beautiful day. And if you ain't smiling, you're wildin'. Peace.